You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
There's so many black people there, sorry to say, but like so many black celebrities who have nothing to do with country music, and it's like, why? Like, country music's different. Country music's different. It's not Wakanda.
Need the black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians, and they need to speak out in their own community.
Please be patient with me because there's so much here. I think the quick answer is that Asian Americans are given white privilege, especially the Asian Americans who fit the model minority stereotype. The quid pro quo for receiving that privilege is upholding white supremacy culture, which means being anti-black.
And wait a minute. Do y'all see what I see?
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
White women are the biggest hindrance to moving racial equality forward because we have more influence over the raising of our children than anybody else, and white supremacy grows in our homes. And I will not argue this with anyone.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
Let's talk about the white terrorists, like just what happened January 6th at the Capitol building. Let's talk about all that.
And this video has been brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
Perfect.
Talent manager Entertainment 360 has dropped Jonathan Majors. And this comes 3 weeks after Jonathan Majors was arrested on domestic violence charges in New York City. Majors' representation problems don't stop with Entertainment 360. PR firm, the lead company, also initiated a break with the Avengers actor in the last month. As a more minor element of this, Major and fashion house Valentino mutually agreed that the actor would not be attending this year's Met Gala as one of his guests. Majors has already shot the second season of Marvel and Disney's Loki, in which he reprises his role as Kang the Conqueror, and won't go before the cameras in Avenger the Kang's Dynasty for quite some time. The actor was arrested March 25th over an alleged domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. The unnamed victim was taken to the hospital with minor injuries to her head and neck. Majors is expected to appear before a judge May 8th as he faces multiple counts of harassment and assault from the New York City DA's office. Quote, Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman that he knows. And that was a statement by his lawyer. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped imminently. The lawyer also added that at the time, the evidence includes video footage from the vehicle where the episode took place, witness testimony from the driver and others who both saw and heard the episode, and most importantly, 2 written statements from the woman recanting these allegations. Major's attorney also released a set of text messages to the press, redacted to protect the woman's identity, in which the latter took the blame for the fight. Quote, please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me, and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Just call me when you're out. I love you. Major's altercation comes amid what has been a bountiful 2023 with Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, having grossed a combined $745 million at the box office, in addition to rave reviews out of Sundance for his turn as a mentally disturbed amateur bodybuilder in magazine Dreams. Realistically, this is what is taking place. Jonathan Majors is being held accountable due to the fact that he is a pretty much well off at this moment in time successful black actor that decided that he wanted to be with a European woman. And this is just a way for the system, that is, in order to leave a mark on him, to give him that asterisk, to also let him know that no matter how rich you get, we can always bring you down, right? This was that training lesson. This is what it's always been. You also had a man by the name of Jack Johnson, a great heavyweight boxer, black man, just knocking people out left and right, right? And they had to find a way in order to bring him down, right? And it wasn't just due to the fact that he was black, he was also heavyweight champion of the world at that moment in time. No matter who was, up against him, he was knocking them directly down. So because of that, he was doing whatever it is that he wanted to do, because he knew exactly what it was. He knew the risk, and he was like, hey, it is what it is. I'm still going to be, the greatest to, in a sense, do it, for this time. So I'm going to enjoy it. But again, they made sure to give him that mark, to let him know specifically his place and where he is, right? And then we have Ezra Miller, right? So the crimes basically goes as is. Number one, charged with possession of marijuana in 2011. Number two, a video surfaced of them choking out a woman in Iceland, 2020. Number three, charged with disorderly conduct and harassment over two separate incidences in a bar in Hawaii, 2022. Number four, a restraining order gets filed against them for allegedly harassing and threatening two Hilo residents in 2022. Number five, arrested and charged with second-degree assault in Hawaii, 2022. Number six, allegedly groomed two children on two separate occasions, 2022. Number seven, accused of burglary, allegedly broke into a home in Vermont and stole several bottles of alcohol. They pleaded not guilty in October 2022 and then pled guilty in January of 2023. And last but not least, number eight, Vermont State Police attempted to serve an emergency care order to the mother of three children who Ezra Miller has been reported to have housed, requiring the kids to be taken away from the home and her care. So the most amazing thing to transpire and take place is this, right? So in the DC, we have, in a sense, we don't know what's going to happen with Jason Momoa, but he has Aquaman 2 coming out probably later on this year, right? And you had the whole thing with Amber Heard, and pretty much she lost her job and she got her parts cut down in the Aquaman film. That's also probably a reason why we have not really seen a theatrical trailer officially for the movie as of this moment in time, because they're more than likely still working on doing some editing, trying to have everything make as much sense as possible while trying to keep everything intact, right? So we got that whole fiasco. Then we have the fiasco with Henry Cavill, or Cavill, and how it is that he was the Witcher and he was Superman at a moment in time, and then for whatever reason he was dropped as Superman, but then it was stated that he was going to come back and I guess reprise that role, which is the reason why The Rock ended up bringing him in at the tail end of Black Adam, because The Rock was going to, in a sense, do the same thing that he did with The Fast and the Furious, the same exact thing when he did with SmackDown, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment history, right? He was going to, in a sense, take it over and he was going to form it into something larger, right? And that all completely fell apart. So now you got Henry Cavill working with Amazon on a Warhammer 40K movie. On top of the fact that he also lost out on the Witcher role due to the fact that he was coming back because he automatically thought that he was going to be able to get this role, right? And then Wonder Woman, there was going to be another film that was going to come out that is completely up in the air. Gal Gadot, don't know what's specifically going to happen with that. Cyborg automatically got dropped due to the fact that he was Ray Fisher, because he was calling out some different types of treatment that was specifically happening at that moment in time. Ben Affleck, I'm not sure exactly what's happening with that, because you have people that just don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. So pretty much everything is in a disarray. And notice how the pivotal people who are a part of the DC, They don't have any crimes or anything or any allegations specifically against them that is hindering their career or their opportunities to continue on these roles. But yet Ezra Miller does. Ezra Miller is, in a sense, the last one standing, the same exact way that he was the last one standing in the Justice League film when the whole world was about to get transformed into another apocalypse. He was the last one standing in order to bring all of that back. So what did DC do? They decided to keep Ezra Miller. They stated at a point in time that, yeah, Ezra Miller did some things that were wrong. And, it's up in the air at this moment in time. After, hiding and doing all the things that Ezra Miller was doing, he came directly out of hiding. He gave a apology to the public and to DC and whoever else, and then he stated that he was going through some things and that he's seeking the help. He's going through therapy, and pretty much he's keeping the role at the moment in time as the Flash, on top of the fact that he is spearheading Flashpoint. And I'm not sure if people actually understand, which is the reason why this is so ironic, is the fact that Ezra Miller has done all of these things, but yet he was able to, in a sense, backtrack and erase, in a sense, all of the things that he did just by coming out, giving an apology, saying he's going through some mental things, and then he's doing therapy. Flashpoint, Barry Allen has the power to basically reset the time, or he can also alter that depending on specifically what he does. And pretty much in that movie, that's what you're going to see Barry Allen do. He's going to be resetting things. And that's exactly what Ezra Miller did at this moment in time in real life. With no powers, just a normal individual. He just reset everything. All of the crimes, all 8 things that you see. It was as if it never happened. Magically, people forgot completely about it. And I promise you, by the time that the movie comes out, again, people are going to forget directly about it. Again, as I've said previously, even on the live stream, certain times you want certain things to fail so badly, even though that it will be detrimental to the cause, but yet you sit up there and see the trailer and you look at how they did it, and it's like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Right, and that's exactly how the trailer looks. On top of the fact that they have Michael Keaton, which is the original Batman, and then on top of that, they also have Batman. Mr. Affleck himself is also showing up in the film to reprise his role as well. So again, we're going to see exactly where this leads and what is going to specifically take place here. But again, the reason why I'm listing this is to basically show all of the things that Ezra Miller has done in contrast to just the one allegation that is against Jonathan Majors. Funny, ain't it? Funny how you got somebody who ain't black. They can do all of these things and they can just come out publicly and say like, hey, I'm suffering mentally. I'm going through some things. I need people to forgive me. I need people to be with me. And I apologize for everything that I've done. And I'm going to work on getting better and also doing better. Thank you. That's it. That's all he did. That's all he did. And it was just like a sigh of relief from the world. And everything went back to normal. I could tell you, I promise you, at a point in time, there was a point when all you heard, it was almost like every single week or every 2 weeks, it was something about what Ezra Miller is out there doing consistently on Twitter, consistently on YouTube. That's what it was. It was all over the place, and then it just subsided. It was almost as if it never happened, it never existed. But then as soon as Jonathan Majors' name showed up, oh, everybody magically became an advocate for women. And I'm like, hold on, hold your horses. Wait a minute, bucko. Wait. So you mean to tell me that Ezra Miller has done a multitude of things on film to women, fighting them and all of these things. We saw this visually. And you mean to tell me that nobody wanted to be an advocate for women at that moment in time? All of these women that magically want to side with whoever that want to defend whoever Jonathan Majors was, with at that moment in time. Magically, people want to advocate for this unknown woman, a woman that you don't know, never seen in life. You never even seen it on video. But people are like, yo, this happened. Yeah. this, that, and the third. Yeah, I knew he was this type of dude. But yeah, Ezra Miller did this on film and nobody said nothing. Nobody was attacking him and trying to cancel him the same way that they're doing with Jonathan Majors at this moment in time. But yet, those same people that's trying to cancel Jonathan Majors act as if though that they are advocating for women. Since when? Since when? Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's only when it's beneficial in order to bring down a black man. I forgot. That's the moment in time that the whole world will actually come together to defeat a villain, right? It was almost as if Jonathan Majors' acting role was a real life role and the whole world was the Avengers, and they literally came together in order to take down Kang the Conqueror, to stop him from taking over this timeline and this universe. Ain't that something? Literally people all over the internet came together for this one single moment in order to advocate for his downfall and to hype the story up without any type of further proof, any type of evidence, anything visually, anything audio, not even pictures. But people are automatically telling you, yeah, this is what happened. We know what happened. We know what type of guy he is. I can look at him and I can automatically see it. But again, where are those same people that would have dealt with Ezra Miller and everything that he did on film? Ain't that something? It's funny how people pick and choose who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. And it's funny, another ironic thing, the fact that Jonathan Majors, in a sense, is playing a conqueror. He's playing the bad guy. And then Ezra Miller is playing the good guy. But yet, those are not their actual real life roles. But yet, people in life will brand you and dictate how it is that they see and deem you.